Good morning, dear students. Hope everyone are doing good. Before starting my class today, I just want to ask you, are you pursuing any hobbies? Say for dance, painting, drawing or singing? My lovely dear students, pursue your hobbies along with your academics for your all-round development. Okay, now let's begin with our class. So today I shall do recapitulation of chapter 3, our changing art of geography. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. This is because of the movement of the molten magma inside the art. The movement of this plate cause changes on the surface of the art. The art movements are divided on the basis of forces which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the art are called as endogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the art are called the exogenic forces. Endogenic forces. Endo means inside and genic means origin, are related to the movement taking place inside the art. Whereas exogenic forces, exo means outside and genic means origin, are related to surface movements. So, endogenic forces, we have certain forces like earthquake, volcano and landslides. Diastrophic forces that has building mountains. Whereas exogenic forces are or have erosional and dispositional forces, like we have river, wind, sea waves and glaciers. Now let's move to the next topic, that is volcano. What is volcano? So volcanoes are certain forces, as I have already told you. So a volcano is a vent or opening in the earth crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Similarly, when the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. The vibration can travel all around the earth. These vibrations are called earthquakes. Disturbance or accurate prediction of an earthquake and a volcanic eruption cannot be done, but local indigenous methods such as change in the behavior of birds, ants, snakes and fish gives an indication. There are three types of earthquakes waves. Number 1, P waves or longitudinal waves, S waves or transverse waves, L waves or surface waves. A seismometer detects the vibration caused by an earthquake. It plots this vibration on a seismograph. And the strength or the magnitude of an earthquake is measured using the Richter scale. The Richter scale is numbered 0 to 10. Two processes are constantly active in changing the surface of the earth and creation of different landforms, and these are known as weathering and erosion. Weathering is defined as the process of breaking up of disintegrations of rocks on the surface of the earth due to exposure to the atmosphere, and the broken or weathered material is transported by other agents and deposited elsewhere. Whereas erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. The eroded material is carried away and deposited. This process of erosion, transportations, and depositions creates different landforms. Now, let us move to the next topic, that is work of a river. So, river has 3 stages in its journey from its source to its mouth. So, stage 1. This is the mountain stage where the river is young and powerful. It cuts the deep gorge, make V-shaped valleys and travel over steep slopes making waterfalls. Most of the erosion take place here. Second stage. The river enters the flat plains and slow downs. This makes the river lazy and it begins to twist and turns. This is the meandering stage. Severe looping takes place, and at the time loop gets cut off at the base completely. The cut-off loop is called an oxbow lake. The river floods over levees and deposits fresh fertile layer of soil over the plains it floods. This area is called flood plain. Next, the stage 3. The river at this stage is slow and forms channels or distributaries. The load of silt and clay is deposited here, making many small triangular islands, and ultimately a large delta is formed. So, these are the 3 stages of a river. Now, next, let us move to the next topic, that is work of sea waves. The effect of waves is restricted to rocky or mountainous coastal areas. The constant dashing of waves weakens the rocks by making cracks, removing softer material, and thereby creating features like sea waves, sea arcs, and leftover portions of standing rock pillars called stakes. In many places, the vertical face of a mountain rises vertically from the sea, forming a sea cliff. Broken and powdered sand is carried by ocean current and deposited in others area, forming beaches. So, now let us move to the next topic, that is work of ice. Moving rivers of ice are called glacier. Their movement down the slope is slow and grinding. Large quantity of rocks and soil is bulldozed and carried as glacial moraines till the end where the glacier melts and river begin to form. Scooping out of materials from mountain sides form many beautiful small lakes and valleys. Now, let us move to the next topic, that is work of a wind. Dunes. Dunes are large masses of wind-blowing sand and are most common in deserted environments such as the Sahara and also near beaches. Wind as an agent of erosion is most active in the dry desert regions of the world. Carrying and depositing heavy load of sands form hill-like features called sand dunes. Some of these are of a great height. Exposed rock structures are rubbed more at the bottom by blowing sand, thereby eroding the lower portion more than the upper part. This gives the rock the look of a mushroom and it is named as the mushroom rock, having a broad top and a narrow stem. Very fine sand is carried further by the wind to more distant places and deposited in large areas. This is called loess. Large deposits of loess are found in many parts of the world, especially China. So students, this is all for today. So here I conclude. Thank you and take care.